All right. What's up, Lyndon? How you doing, man?
Hey man, how's it going?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Yeah, man, I'm doing great. So this is just a module, advice from the pros, and I just wanted to ask you a few couple of questions. And mostly, all of your ideas has to be aligned with not turning a person into a business owner, but turning into a great editor, and how he can help a business owner
Mm,
generate more profits because that's the end game. Uh,
okay, that's good to know. That's good
yeah.
that we preface that. Nice.
Okay, so I mean, let's just start with the basic thing. Like, what actually qualifies you to tell an editor on which direction to go to? Because I know about everything about you, like the clients that you've helped. But yeah, I would just love to hear it from you.
Yeah, for sure. So I run one of probably the biggest YouTube coaching companies in the world. And we work with a lot of clients. We've had over 50 clients, all business owners. And one thing that we do as part of our service is we actually place editors in those businesses, right? So we place editors, we help manage those editors. I personally edited for tons of clients myself when I was first starting off as well. So um, I also have editors on my team who edit my stuff, and I know how to manage them properly, and I know what I want from them, what I don't want from them, and we work with all sorts of different types of clients and manage their editors. So that's what qualifies me.
Yeah, that's awesome, bro. And I know you've scaled so many business owners to so many subscribers. So yeah, I would just ask you a few questions that editors wants to know the answer to. And the
Hmm.
first one would definitely will be what makes an editor get you hired. So like, if an editor reaches you out, I mean, I'm 100% sure that there are so many editors that have reach out to you. I
Hmm.
have personally reached out to you as well, if you remember, through Nathan Nazareth. He recommended me to reach out to you because you got some videos to edit. But yeah, so what do you think? Like, what do you see in an editor that makes you think like, yeah, this is the guy that separates him from the rest?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think when I'm looking for people to hire, it's for one, you obviously have to be a good editor. That's like step number one. So step number one is just get good at editing. That's the most important step. But step two is basically when you're outreaching to people, when you're sending your emails, DMs, whatever it may be. One thing that you're going to really want to do is you're going to want to always attach your portfolio. I can't stress how many editors hit me up, be like, hey, I can edit your videos. I'll edit you a video for free. Like these people that you're targeting, they don't care if you edit a video for free. They don't want free work. They want good work, right? They don't need someone to do it for free because they have money. They can just pay someone. They'd rather pay someone to do it well than get a bad product for free, right? So number one thing, always just attach your portfolio. You really want to build a brand. This is something that I see not a lot of editors doing. Like you want to build up a Twitter presence, you want to build up an Instagram presence. And it's a very important thing. Like if you have on your profile some high quality photos, you have like, hey, I'm a video editor. I've worked with this person, this person, this person. And if you're just starting out, just say, I'm a video editor. You can see my portfolio here, and then just attach your portfolio on your Instagram page, and then just post some edits that you've done on your Instagram page. So when you hit me up and I tap on your profile, I see that you actually are a good editor. I'm like, wow, this guy actually knows his stuff. Um, so that's number one. Whenever you're sending an outreach message, always make sure you have a good profile, but also make sure you attach your portfolio, because if you don't, I'm not going to respond. And if you want to take it even a step farther, if you want to take it one step farther, one thing that I have hired editors for in the past is them taking the initiative and actually editing a piece of my content without asking me. Because what 99% of editors do is they'll reach out and they'll say, hey, I'll edit your content for free, right? I'll edit you a short form video for free. And like business owners are not dumb. They know that you're trying to sign them as a client, which is like, and if you just kind of like lead with that, they're like, okay, do I really want to pay this guy? Probably not. But business owners always want to pay good editors that show initiative. So what you can do if you are a good editor, you can essentially edit. You can download one of their videos, you can edit over it, or at least for like a minute, just edit a minute of their video, edit their intro, like re-edit the entire thing. Because if you just download the raw footage, even if it has animations on it, you could just do new animations over the old animations, right? And just re-edit their video and be like, hey, I made your video better. Check it out here. And literally send them that 1 minute like reel. Like that 1 minute should take you a day. So if you're doing that outreach to a new business owner each day, and you're editing 1 minute of each of their videos each day, and then sending that out, and you're doing it well, you're gonna get hired super fast, like very fast. So that's what I would say on that.
Yeah, 100%. I think it's like either it has to be one of your methods that you just told. Like in the previous module, I've just told them about the same thing. Like you can do this, and yeah, it's like coming from a business owners, it's way different than when it comes from an editor. I mean, you 100% understand, because when I tell people editors about something, they're like, "Nah, Brand, you're not a business owners. You're not my prospect." So I would definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, it's so great to hear it from you. Another thing I think I would like to add is just like, even if you have like a referral, so if you have a good referral from a good person, like, and then that gets you hired. But for having the referral, you first have to start editing videos for a client.
Yes, that's true. Referrals are the best, because if I refer an editor to a friend, they're going to be like, okay, this guy's worked with Lyndon. He's a good editor. And then they're going to hire you. So if you can get a referral, do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the negative kind of questions I would like to ask is like, what would, like, for example, if an editor joins your team, okay? So, okay, the first step is clear. He has joined your team. What gets him kicked? Okay. What will make you kick him? So it's like,
That, great question. Amazing question. So number one thing, for one, the editor, the number one most important thing, and I think not a lot of editors realize this, but the most important thing for a business owner is getting things done on time. Business owners do not want you to be late. And the majority of editors will be like, "Oh man, sorry, I had a render issue. My dog died, my grandma died." And like then they'll be like, "Okay, I got to take like I got to take an extra day." Like sure, sometimes that's true. Sometimes something horrible happened. But the amount of times that has happened to me is like ridiculous. So I would say the biggest thing, it's better to delay a video by 2 days and tell the business owner that you're going to end the video like 2 days later than you actually would. So like, let's say it's going to take you like 3 days to edit, or 4 days to edit an entire video. You would tell the business owner, "Hey, I'm going to get this video back to you done and finished in 6 days." And then the business owner is going to be like, "Okay, sure, that's all good." And then what you're going to do is just get the video done in 4 days and send it on day 4, right? That way, if anything happens, you have an extra 2 days just in case. But the normal scenario is you get the video done in 4 days, you give it to the client, and then the client is like, "Holy shit, I just got my video 2 days early." Like, that's insane. This editor is like, because I guarantee you, if you do that, and they've worked with other editors in the past, they're going to be amazed, because most editors deliver last minute. So they're going to be like blown away. They're going to be like, "I need to hire this guy right now, or I need to keep him on the team." So that would be my number one piece of advice. Other thing is just make sure that you're being respectful with the quality of work that you do. If a client gives you feedback, implement that feedback. Like, if I give like, Arjun the feedback, like, "Hey, like we need to, I see a lot of repetition in the sound effects. Like we're using the same sound effect over and over." Then what he would do is go through and fix that, right? But then if that happened again on the next video, then there would probably be a problem, because then it would be like, "Okay, I just told you this in the last video, but you just did it again on this new video." So you have to like, you can't just like, "Oh, okay, I fixed it for this video, let's just go back and do my normal editing on the next video." You have to constantly be learning and improving your skills.
yeah, for sure. Because if he does that again, that's more like a habit, and it's
Yeah.
instincted into him. one thing I would like to know is just like, for example, yeah, okay, the editor is good at animations. He knows his stuff. But what's his, I know, like, we know what's his end stuff, right? Either it could be generating leads for a client, either it could be generating more revenue, getting calls booked, anything. It could be anything, right? According to a business owners, how important of an editor is when it comes to increasing his ROI?
Like, how important is an editor to the business owner?
Yes.
Very important. Like, I would not be able to make any money if it wasn't for my editors. Like, dude, you and Andrew are the only reason why I'm able to make money, because I use the videos, which have to be edited, and you guys edit them very, very well. So we use those, and that's how we book calls for our business, right? So like each video we post is probably worth $5,000 to $10,000. So that's why I'm more than okay to pay an editor, $800, $1,000 a video, right? Like in the beginning, I was even paying more than that with Andrew, because we were doing like one video a month, and I was paying him like $2,000 a month. So I was paying like $2,000 a video, but we'd make more than that back on every single video. So it's worth it in terms of the actual ROI, and editing is the highest ROI, because without editing, you don't have a video, or you have a very boring video that no one's going to watch.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's true, because obviously it's just all about business. Like if you can't generate, like for example, if you pay me $500, you have to make like about $5,000 from my edits, and only then you would pay me $500, and only then my edits are worth that amount.
Again, another way to actually increase your income as an editor that not many people talk about is, once you actually build up a brand for yourself and build up a name like Arjun has, then what you could do is actually request a performance basis on videos too. So be like, hey, I'll edit this video. I'll give you a slightly cheaper price, or I'll keep it at the normal price. Like you could also just keep it at the normal price. But every 100,000 views that this video gets, or every 10,000 views this video gets, you pay me an extra $100, right?
Oh, nice.
And then if the video gets 100,000 views, you get an extra $1,000. That's a way to like increase your income without increasing the initial price that you charge clients.
Yeah, I think like for example, one of the videos I edited for Nathan that has gotten like 380K views, and at the time I didn't knew about this method, and I just edited it normally. But he was so kind. He just tipped me off like $500 extra. He just sent me like, "Yo, dude, this is for you."
That's great.
So next question, and I think this is one of the most important questions of this all. Communication is just like communication. Yeah, that's the question. It's just like, for example, sometimes you text a guy and he responds like 2 to 3 days later, and sometimes it's just like you never hear from them again, or sometimes it's just like they delay you on purpose. And but you would have seen on my with me, just like you text me and it's just like this, I reply in 2 to 3 minutes. And I think this impresses the client as well. Just like you're serious, you're here to do the work you're assigned. And I think what would you just can you just elaborate on that? Like what would you expect in terms of communication, and how often of delay can seems very negative for like an editor, and how it can impact his career negatively?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, communication is 100% important. Like, I would always expect communication within 24 hours. That's like the bare minimum. If you can do more than that, that's great. Like, I think Arjun, you're way better at communication than me, man. Like, I know I leave you like waiting on assets and stuff like that for like a day or two. So that's my bad. But like, the better you can communicate, that's very important. It's not as important as delivering the video on time. That's still the most important thing. But having good communication it's just like, why not? Like, why would you not have that? It makes the entire client experience better. It's easy to do. You just check your phone a couple times a day. And if you see a text message pop up, you just respond to it. Especially if you only have a couple clients, like it's not that hard to have some communication. So true. I think it's very good. And if you don't communicate, then the client's definitely not going to be happy, because they're going to be like, hey, like where's the video? And then if you don't respond, they're gonna be like, where's the video? Where's the video? And then if a client double or triple texts you and you still haven't responded, that's a bad sign for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I think communication is super important. The last question, and yeah, I think it's not that important because it's the future and no one can see the future. It's just like, what would you recommend to editors moving forward? Because some editors get scared that the AI might take over them. Because I know, I personally know, and you know, that editors are going to stay here forever. Because obviously, like when the digital paintings came in, like everyone was so scared, like, oh damn, like Photoshop can do this and this and super quickly. And but what actually happened was that the price of the manually created paintings went actually up. You know, people
Yeah.
actually wanted them more. So yeah, what would you say moving forward? Like how AI editors be scared? And what would you tell to the editors who are not improving? Because obviously their jobs are going to be taken, who I can add like basic captions and stuff like that. So what would you just say?
Yeah. As an editor, there's a certain level that's commoditized. So there's a certain level that's commoditized. And what that means is that there's a certain level of editing that pretty much anyone can do, right? Adding captions, adding stock footage, adding just like the basic formulaic editing that a lot of people do. So if you want to make money as an editor, then you need to learn how to separate yourself from those people. So you have all of the people over here who can edit to a basic level. And they're like, okay, I can do captions, I can do B-roll, right? These people will outprice each other. So they'll be like, okay, you're charging $50, I'll charge 45. I'll charge 40, then it's 35, then it's 30. And then it just goes to the bottom. Like now you can find shorts editors to do captions for like $5 a video. It's like insanely cheap because these people are just like super easy, you know? It's like I've even seen it lower than that, like even like $1, $2 per video sometimes, which is just
Wow.
like you don't want to be working for $1 or $2 per video. So it's like how you separate yourself is you build a unique skill set, and you also have to have intuition. So you have to build your brain up to understand, okay, this guy just said this in editing. So maybe we could show this concept with this animation. So he just said that you know, he's going to make $10,000 in 90 days. Then you could show that $10,000 in 90 days by having a person having a person growing a beard over 90 days and the money going up, right? So you're showing that visually. You're showing the age progressing and you're showing the income going up. That could be like, one way to do that. And so you need to develop that intuition. Okay, how do I show, not tell? Because
Yes.
if you can consistently show stuff in the edit, that's what people want. Like people want you to show. They don't like a lot of even more advanced editors sometimes will just do text animations. They'll just put text, they'll animate it, but they'll put like just what the person is saying with text. And sure, it looks okay, but it's not real like editing. That's like still like commoditized. Like you need to have intuition, and it's almost like an art. It's like a painting, right? Like you need to be like, okay, this is going to look really good here. Let me add this. And you could be like, okay, this music choice makes sense with this kind of mood because this person is talking in this way or about this thing. So it's like very nuanced, and you have to understand those nuances. You have to understand those nuances as an editor if you want to stand out and not let AI take your job.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. I think I completely agree with everything you've just mentioned. And yeah, bro, you're killing it. So if any editor wants to, like, I've already introduced him before I even started the meet. So yeah, if any editor wants to just like get to know better of him, you might see an animation right here of his LinkedIn and of his Instagram and his YouTube. And he's just like, he just took his YouTube channel from like 0 to 20,000 with 10 videos. So he's absolutely insane. So yeah,
Thanks, of
man, thank you so much. And yeah,
course, bro.
thanks for having here. Thanks for being here, and thanks for answering each question with such elaboration, man.
Of course, man. Dude, I think I appreciate you. I think you're gonna train the next the next batch of editors, bro. So I'm excited. We
Yeah,
need
for
to
sure.
you need to get them for my clients. I'll
Yeah,
pay
for
them.
sure. Yeah, for sure, man. Okay, thank you
Yeah.
so much, Lyndon. Couldn't have asked for more. Yeah, talk soon.
Awesome. Bet, bro. That was
Yeah,
good.
peace.
All right. Peace, bro.
Yeah,
Bye bye.
peace.